Yo, what's going on guys? Nate here. So, in today's video, I will be analyzing all the minor rocket games in CRL. I feel like last video did pretty good, so why not just do this opportunity? I probably should have done that in the first place, but again, it did 4-0. 4-0. Oh wait, looks like I'm eating the four. Okay, doesn't matter. Oh my god. I can't do intros, man. I suck at it. But anyways, I'll say it's the first game here. And yeah, 4 games, and we'll just break it down, see how it goes, and yeah, I'm gonna cut this. Okay. Alright, it's okay. So what happened our first game here against Lucas? Obviously, Ian is he's using my rocket. When he played the Ice Spirit Knight, I thought that maybe it was like, I don't know. I didn't seem like minor, right? Because I knew that he didn't have log in his hand, but once he played the minor, let's just say I was very excited, right? Then he played a snowball, so like at first I was like, wait, is this minor rocket? And I realized that like he has no log, right? So I think he was using minor rocket, so he put in the snowball for the log. So here's the RG here, and then Ian actually goes for the guards here, which is kind of bad. And then he goes for a Tesla and delivery. So I think right here is when he looks at me. So right there, he points and he smiles. So I just want to look, guys, look. I can only glaze for so much, right? Just let me have this, man. You guys see Ian to my left. He'll be to my right. Or he'll be this. No, he'll be this way. I think this way, right? Bro, he looked up and he smiled, and I think I saw Ian make a video on this too. He literally admitted it, that he literally pointed at Nate. He didn't say baby Nate. I don't know why. Maybe it's kind of weird of him calling me baby, right? But he literally looked and he said that I was pointing at Nate. If you guys know who that is, bro. I just want you guys to understand this, right? Just imagine you're sitting in the front row. And I've never been upstairs, so I don't know, but I assume when you look out, you can see like hundreds of people just cheering your name, maybe looking at you. And I still have the memory so clear in my head, right? Just let me glaze for just a minute or two. Maybe just a minute. Let me glaze, man. He literally looked at me. He could look at anyone. And I think I was so focused on the game until like my friend Rain, he told me that Ian pointed at me. Bro, this just may be my favorite memory in Sierra. Like I've had a lot of good memories, getting my first top 100 with Dark Prince, getting a single digit too, even though wasn't the deck that I wanted. Meeting Muhammad Light, meeting Pedro, like meeting Riley, meeting Aaron. I have so many good memories, but this has to be the best one, right? And like I don't think CRL took a screen. Like I don't think they have a full POV to where like they saw where like they, I guess angle the camera to where Ian pointed at. But I mean, man, dude, I think like Ian has to be the first person to do that, right? So again, I know it's a very long glaze session. I'm supposed to be like analyzing, but I'll probably analyzing for the rest of the games. But come on, man. If you guys, because when he pointed at me, people were like looking at me. I think when I was like looking around, people were like pointing at me. They're like, "Who is this guy? Like, why did Ian point at that guy? Like some random Asian dude who's 6 foot, then 6 foot, right? Don't get twisted." But yeah, it's a really cool moment. I was talking to Ian about it too, and Ian was just like, hopefully someone got it. Maybe someone did catch it. I have no idea, but it'd be a great moment for me to have. Like I said, even if Zero or someone didn't catch that moment, I think me and Ian or I will always have that memory ingrained. And again, for top one moment for me, and like honestly, I may be biased, but I think top 10 coldest moments in CR because again, who would? It's game 3, right? And he's literally pointing. He's literally pointing at someone in a game 3. He looked up and he quickly looked back down, right? Because he has to focus. But I think after this, you guys will see Lucas below me. He literally looked at Ian because he was like, what the hell is bro doing, right? Like, who does that? But yeah, that is enough of the glaze session. Now let's get back to the gameplay. Okay. So Ian does go for the deliver here. Yeah, you see Lucas was looking. He was like, what the hell is this guy doing, man? But yeah, I would say this matchup is pretty good. I would say it kind of just depends on how Ian plays it. So he does go with the Ice Spirit here. I'll say in this matchup, the guard is very helpful. I mean, Lucas does have the Tesla, or he has the log in the Spirit. He'd play a Monk here. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of worrying for Ian just because Monk is very good. But again, RG does not have the 3-card cycle, so Ian just goes for Ninth back here, which is like perfectly fine. So the thing is, right, as long as, Lucas, because Lucas goes RG, right, if he does go RG, then Ian has a lot of good responses. And then at this point, I thought maybe Lucas had like a lightning or like even a rage. If he had a rage, I feel like it'd be very bad. But thankfully, that evil Ice Spirit does jump, and then Ian goes for delivery here as well. So pretty good defense here, I would say, for Ian. I would say against RG, usually it's best to go. I don't think it really matters if you go same or opposite lane, but he does go minor in the back here. Lucas actually does not catch it with the guard, so pretty damage for Ian. Again, I saw Ian had used Hog first game, and like I knew he had Miner Rocket open. I just did not think that Ian would try to run Snowball with Miner, but I guess he did, and I mean, spoiler alert, he won, by the way. But Ian does go for Knight the middle here. Does go for the Monk here as well, and honestly, it's been kind of ballsy, but maybe I tried to like fake Rocket Lucas, but I don't think he would fall for that, so Ian just goes for the Evil Tesla. So I think at this point, I was screaming to Ian just to rock at the back. Okay, look, I know I've been pausing a lot, but I just want to glaze for a little bit. I just want to say is that back in the day, 3 years ago, when I used to rocket like RGs, P.E.K.K.A.'s Giant, I would get so much flack thrown at me for doing that. They'd be like, Nate, that's a negative elixir trade. You're not doing blah, 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 blah. Before Rage Trader was a thing, right? People would actually think that was a bad play. But now, look, I proved you haters wrong. I don't remember your name, but you used to tell me rocking RGs in the back was never a good play. But I think it is with this deck, right? Because Ian does have the guard, so I was always screaming for him to rock with RG, and when he did, oh man, it was like priceless, dude. I think you guys can like see me jumping up and down when Ian won, but let's just keep on watching. I need to stop yapping, to be honest. And so again, rock the RG. Ian does, or Lucas does go with the Monk ability. He does for the Log here as well. The Log Spirit is super annoying, but the Tesla is actually still alive somehow. So Lucas does have to go for Monk here, and then the Evil Tesla does spawn, and also with the delivery. They should clean everything up here. No, I don't think it does. Wow. So the RG does get one shot. You see Ian kind of like grimaced here. That's kind of unlucky. So Lucas does go for another RG here. And does he go for a Fireball? No. He does go Fireball on top of the Tesla. Lucas needs to be very careful. He's doing a lot of damage here, but I think Lucas is not back to a Snowball. He is back to another Tesla somehow, so I guess that's the power of Snowball and how quick he can cycle. But that Monk might get a lot of damage here. Monk does get one hit somehow. It's pretty unfortunate. You guys can see, like, Ian doesn't really show too much emotion here. I mean, Lucas is winning with a 130 damage lead. I think Ian does go Miner to the back here a lot. Maybe Miner to the back. No, he goes Miner on the inside here. Lucas does catch with the Ice Spirit, so well played to him. I don't agree with that Ice Spirit that Lucas did, or Ian did play, but I guess the Miner just get even more damage with that Snowball, right? Because they killed the Wizard and then knocked back the Monk. But now Lucas has an RG in the opposite lane, but again, right? Ian just has so much, his quick cycle, he has the guards, so Lucas doesn't go Monk the opposite lane. Don't really agree with that, to be honest, but maybe he wants to get like split lane damage here. But I think this should force out another Tesla from Ian. But look at the guards in the opposite lane. So Ian doesn't go for guards of his own, but then I was screaming like, please place your Tesla down last second. And I think Ian does get it down somehow last second. Lucas is kind of upset that, you know, maybe he didn't expect Ian to get back so quickly. And somehow Ian does get a Knight down here as well. So again, a really close match here. I think if Ian just had a log, I think it's be a lot better for him. Does he have the Snowball though? This regards the back here as well. Lucas again, no 3-card cycle from Lucas, so he can't really abuse the fact that, you know, he is Monk. Kind of has to play like into Ian's cycle, and I think RG has what? I think this deck is like a 3.4 or 5 with the Tesla. Not sure why Lucas would put Tesla in. So Ian does go for a Prediction Rocket, which I did not agree with at all. Really ballsy to do, but an Evil Ice Spirit this will save the left side. So now Ian just has to focus here on the right side. Goes to the Evil Tesla here last second. Goes to the guards and the Snowball on top of the RG. Maybe over defending the RG a little bit, but Lucas does go for the Monk here once again. I think he will try to spam RG here most likely. So he'll go for the RG, but again, Ian is basically up 3 elixir, 3 to 4, or basically up 6 elixir because he went for an Ice Spirit. And I think Ian does go for a Minor Rock here. I saw a lot of people panicking. Okay, I'm gonna pause here once again. So I saw a lot of people panicking here on this rocket, but I think Lucas was expecting it. You can see the Miner's on the basically on the safe spot, right? And then he goes kind of rocket above it. Maybe if Lucas had played like a tile lower, or no, a tile lower, maybe would have hit the rocket. But usually in these moments, right? Because again, I have no experience to have playing on stage, but maybe he thought Ian would just go for the Miner rocket at the same spot. But Ian made it look like the rocket was gonna hit the Monk, so it was a lot more hype than it should have been. But it was still a hype moment regardless. And you guys how excited Ian was here. So see Ian jumping up and down, and I think that's game actually. So yeah, Lucas being very upset, but I think you guys see me jumping right here. Let's see if they show it. I'm so happy for Ian, man. Oh yeah, wait, I think you guys see me. Yeah, if you guys have a look. So if you guys look, or if you guys look closely, no, where is it? Oh yeah, if you guys look on the, you guys can't see, but on the left side, if you see that small skinny figure, like I was holding right now, just like jumping up and down. Yeah, that was me. I was super excited for Ian. I can't believe I'm saying that Ian. That match will be my core memory for me. Like that is crazy to think, but we're gonna keep on watching. I was literally so excited for Ian. Yeah, I was pointing at him too because he was pointing at me back. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's so happy for Ian, right? Because out of everyone that I met at Worlds, I never thought I would like talk to Ian so much, but because Ian's coach wasn't there in person, but I know Ian's coach very well, so like basically I went into the practice room and I would basically FaceTime Ian's coach and I'll put the phone in front of Ian and we would just talk and talk. And I was talking to Ian earlier and he said the reason why he pointed at me was because when I was with him for the first 2 days of CRL, I was like telling him like, you have to do this if you use Minor Rocket, like maybe you want to use Minor Rocket and blah 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 blah, and he used it. So yeah, nice job to Ian, and I'll probably just see you guys in the next game here. And so we do find our next game here, the second Minor Rocket game. So in this moment, I was actually talking to Mohammed's coach. I was talking to Alan. I was saying that is it Minor Rocket, and he said that it was safe deck. But he told me that Mo had goblins, so when Mo played the skeletons and bats, I was kind of freaking out. I was like, what is Bro doing? But he does go for the Tesla here, so I think this matchup was definitely really good for Mo. Again, what you guys don't understand is that when it comes to Minor Rocket, especially in duels, I think I said this in my last video, the reason why people were afraid to run Minor Rocket, and like when I say that, I don't mean like the pros were scared or anything. It's just Minor Rocket is a very kind of, I mean, you guys have seen it when you guys watch my streams or even like my videos, right? It's a deck where you play really good, and even like one small tiny mistake in the game is already over. But when it comes to a player like Muhammad Lay, I mean, he's not gonna make any mistakes here. So I think when I was talking to Mo, like after CRL, he's telling me that like he put the bats in just to apply pressure. And to be fair, Evo bats aren't very necessarily good right now. But looking at Pedro's deck, he had Drill, Rocket, obviously. So the Evo bats will always either force out a delivery that he has to use on the bats instead of the minor. He has to use the Evo Snowball potentially, and also the Ice Wiz here as well. So Mo does go for a high Tesla. I think at this point Mo knows it's a good matchup, but maybe he had assumed that it might have been probably a Drill Poison, which would have been more of a free win. But with Drill Rocket, I would say like it's really good for minor regardless of like what the spell is. So Pedro actually does go for a Evo Snowball immediately. Mo does block it. Goes to the Skeletons here as well. I think a great deck pick by Mo. Again, Alan did tell Mo to use Goblins, but for some reason you guys here like kind of applying great pressure to the Evo Bats. Maybe not the best pressure since the Bats really just got soloed by Evo Tesla, but again, then supports the Skeleton King from Pedro. I'll say this matchup would be a lot better for Pedro if maybe if his 3-card cycle was active, but with no 3-card cycle, it's kind of the same thing. So Mo does go Drill on the outside here this time. Pedro does go for a Snowball, but gets no damage here. Yeah, I see that Mo kind of got upset, like he played a log. You guys can see it, right? Every micro interaction matters with Mo. Like, even though he didn't need that log, and I don't think wasting 2 elixir is that big of a deal in this matchup. You guys can see, like, he was still a little bit upset. They just go for their Tesla here. I think Pedro plans to go for Drill Rocket here, potentially. Let's go for Delivery. Yeah, so Pedro actually does go for the Rocket, but I guess Mo went Dark Prince at front this time, so the shield didn't get taken off. And Mo does go opposite lane with the minor bats. Pedro, oh yeah, Pedro does burn the Ice Wiz. You can see it, right? This is why you do not ignore Dark Prince damage. Look at that. Look at all that damage. See, to all those haters who used to tell me, man, you used to tell me Dark Prince was a terrible, terrible tank. But look at it. That's why I use Dark Prince, because I don't think Valk or, yeah, I don't think Valk or Skeleton or Knight, or Valk or Knight is doing that, by the way. So yeah, Pedro does try to like sneak Mo out, maybe try to clip something, but does not clip anything. Mo goes minor on the inside tile here in the back. Does go for that Rocket here as well. I think he does hit the Ice Wiz. And at this point, I was happy to see Mo run this deck, but again, I also wanted Pedro to win too, but it's great, man. It's just minor Rocket, dude. Like, what can you expect? And I think next game will be a lot better because, again, this version is only used just because Mo wanted like more pressure, but if you guys are planning on using this deck on ladder, and trust me, my guide is coming out, I would definitely recommend you guys use Evo. Oh, yeah, definitely use Evo Skeleton, or use Skeleton. Look how happy Mo is, man. I just don't know, man. It's just guys, I know this video is gonna be like full glaze and be like, oh look, Nate's glazing so badly, man. Guys, listen. This is a once in a life opportunity. Let me glaze for this video. Like, I know I already glazed Ian for like how long, so I won't keep you guys too long, but come on, man. if you guys were known for a deck that you played so much, like I didn't create Minor Rocket, but I played the most, and just seeing it ran in the most like important event in that is CR, it's just heartwarming. Just, guys, please just let me have this moment. Because I'm still soaking it in, to be honest. Like I'll just see you guys in the next game. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I am on the way to 75K subs, but hopefully before by the end of this year, and then, you know, maybe a code early next year, who knows. But yeah, let's just go to the next game here, man. So we're hopping in the next game here against Cal Sub. I think this was, yeah, the second game. So Moto's go for the Mine. Here's the Ice Spirit. So like when I see this, I'm like, oh man, is it Minor Rocket again? Because I think both of them did use Mortar, and Mortar is definitely one of the strongest counters to Minor Rocket. So it is for the log here as well. So at this point, I'm like, you know, he does have the right cards to open with it, but I wasn't too sure, right? So Ghost does, or Sub does go for the Ghost here at the back. The Moto's for the Guards. So like at this point, I know it has to be Dark Prince, because I feel like Guards is just so valuable against, like, you know, RG and all the tank and stuff. So yeah, Moto's going for Dark Prince at the back here. I think at this point, I was kind of screaming my lungs out, because I was just like, man, he is using Dark Prince. And honestly, one regret that I have is that I did not bring my Dark Prince helmet to Worlds, because I thought it wouldn't be allowed in TSA, but I can only imagine, right? Like, I'll wear it real quick for you guys while you guys watch the gameplay. Like, here, I'll commentate in this. Just for Muhammad Light, I'll commentate in this. But can you guys imagine if I wore this and Mo won with this? I swear the camera would have been panned to me the entire time. I'm not even joking. But yeah, Mo does go for the Dark Prince here. I mean, I feel like with Skeletons, this would be a really bad matchup just because Sub has the Evil Ghost, and I think Evil Ghost was still broken before it got pre-nerfed. So Mo doesn't go for the Miner here. I guess he's trying to block the Fisherman, but let's see if Sub does defend the Hunter. Yeah, he actually does defend the Hunter, so I guess he's a decent counter push. I really don't understand the Evil Ice Spirit wasting like that, but I guess since Sub used the log, he's not able to use the log on the guards then if he went for like a RG Ghost, let's say the bridge. But I think Sub does eventually, no, I think at first he does try to go for like RG the middle to try to, like, I don't know, check out most, I don't know, anything. But I feel like if you go RG the middle, right, Mo can just kill the RG faster since he's a DP coming down. So let's see, I think, yeah, Mo does go for the guards here. But look at that, man, it doesn't matter. Like, Sub goes for kind of a late log, I would say. But I think at that point, it doesn't really matter just because Guards and Dark Prince already have so much DPS. And Dark Prince also got damage buff, by the way, so let's not forget that. So Mo realized that Sub did just burn his Ghost and Guard, so he just goes for the Mine here for the chip damage. I think at one point, RG, yeah, so Sub does go RG in the middle here again, but look. Fisherman out of cycle. Smo would just repeat the same thing again. Guards. Maybe he'll like pre-log here for E-Spirit. So usually when they go for RG like that, you can either assume the E-Spirit will either go from the left or the right. So they Mo does go for another Dark Prince here. Again, I feel like if Sub had Skeleton or Mo had Skeletons, it'd be a lot easier for Sub. So Sub doesn't go RG the bridge here, but I think Mo is back to his Evil Ice Spirit. So like even if Sub goes for a Fireball and a Tesla, the guards will clean up because he can't go. Sub cannot go both Fireball and Log on the guards or the Tesla at once. So I think Sub will go eventually for RG the back here. I'm not really sure. I can't figure out which moment. Mode again does go for the Miner, dragging the Fisherman to the right side, by the way. So now if Sub goes to RG, yeah, if he finally goes to RG the back here, and look at this, dude. Guys, I used to get roasted so hard for going Rocket the back against RG. I do not want to hear it, man. I got roasted so badly. They're like, why are you rocking the tank? You're just wasting. No, you're hitting the tank, taking away like a quarter of its HP, and you're hitting the tower, dude. Like, why not? And I'll gladly say this. I taught Muhammad Light and Ian77 to rocket. Or maybe I didn't teach them, but like I would always tell them, like, you know, rocketing a troop in the back, like you're hitting the troop, you're hitting the tower, you're getting damage, and you have log delivery to like clean everything up. So why'd you not? But yeah, I keep on glazing, but god damn it, man. I'm so happy, dude. I'm so happy, man. Like I said, my only regret is not bringing the Dark Prince helmet to Worlds, because like I said, if I did, I feel like, I don't know, man, it would have been crazy. But always next year, right? So again, Mo just goes for the log here just to knock back the RG, and then goes to Ice Spirit. I think Ice Spirit log does kill a Hunter, and I lied, man. I was just joking. So sub does go for RG the back here once again. I think Mo would not rocket that. Definitely not worth it. Or not, yeah, definitely not worth it here at all. So the E-Spirit does chain. Wow, he actually rockets that? Since when? Okay, I did not remember that moment, but I guess good job, Mo. And man, that Dart Punch was so close to hitting. Sub does go for RG in the back, but or in the opposite lane, but I think at this point, you actually know that Minor Rocket is probably one of, if not one of the best defenses in the game. Sub doesn't go for Fireball here, but he can just go for like a Minor Guards here for the Fisherman on the left side. Yeah, you know, I feel like when you guys see that, when Mo twitches and stuff, like, he knows he's super comfortable in this matchup. And you guys see, like, I feel like Sub definitely let the nerves get ahead to him, but his performance was actually insane, dude, to be honest, though. You know, there's no shame in losing to Muhammad Light. I think Muhammad Light will probably be the best player for a long time. He does go for the Miner to block the Fisherman. Goes go for delivery here just to clean everything up. And the Log, and the Evil Ice Spirit. Oh my god, it's just... The gameplay is just phenomenal, man. It's just so good. Guys, look. There will be another moment to see people run Minor Rocket ever again, man. I mean, look, it was just the second game, but... Guys, man, look. One more. Bro. Guys, look. This dude was saying one more to sweep, dude. Like, who does that, man? Who does that, bro? Guys... I know someone's gonna say, oh, Glaze starts at 0 minutes and then it ends at however long this video is. Guys, let me Glaze, dude. When am I ever gonna see people run Minor Rock? And bro, when are we ever gonna see a deck go undefeated at Worlds, man? When? Someone tell me when, dude. But let me Glaze, dude. But yeah, you know, bro, it's just him. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the last game. Yeah, I'll see you in the last game. Let me go back to nerdy Nate glasses, man. God. Alright guys, so this is pretty much like the last game that I'm gonna go over because yeah. So we have Sandbox here. Goes to the Miner. I know Sandbox, I actually talked to him a lot at Worlds and he told me that he was practicing Minor Rocket. But this is like one of, I'd say like the greatest hard counters of all time. I mean, I know RG was a pretty good match with the guards, but I think Sandbox saw the Monk and the... I saw the Monk, so he does go for the Ice Spirit. I think right here, he was back to his log, so he probably could have activated King Tower, but definitely not worth it. I know, I saw a lot of people give flack to Sam for, you know, getting first rounded. Guys, look. If you think his deck is so easy, his deck pool is so easy, and like, I know Sam did use kind of like, you know, not the most skillful decks to qualify for Worlds, but you guys gotta give it to him, man. If you think his decks are that easy, just play and see and qualify, because I think people forget that OP Sam was already... I mean, he literally is a top 1 recycle, by the way, so... It's not like he doesn't understand how to play. He just does not want to choose to play those type of decks anymore. But yeah, seeing Sandbox... I think Sandbox was one of the first people who ran my deck. So, like, I guess shout out to Sandy. It's just great, man. But yeah, I think Sam just eat all those guards here, and I think this was a mistake, right? With Eagle, maybe he didn't have like the good cycle. Maybe he didn't want to overcommit, but... There's no need to take all that damage, right? Because you're never going to break through with the Eagle. I would say maybe he would try to predict a Rocket there, potentially. But Sandbox being the very patient player that he is, very calm and understanding that he just does wait and just goes to a Dark Prince and goes for delivery instead. You know, maybe even if Sandbox had went for that Rocket, right? I think Sam would have been fine. But he's kind of like grimacing, right? Because he knows that, you know, I've taken so much damage. You know, Sandbox isn't too happy just yet. He knows that the game is not out of reach. Like, Sam can still win just due to, you know, the Baby Drag and Evil E-Drag, but again, I just think that it's a very big mistake by Sam in general. Just go for the Monk here, the opposite lane, but again, there was that one part where, like, I wanted Sandbox to rock, yeah, like right here, right? He should have activated King Tower. You just need to place it on the outside tile, and then literally would have activated King Tower. But it doesn't really need it, like I say. I think Sandbox will just defend the left side, or yeah, right side. Just go for the log here instead. There are a lot of chances for Sandbox to activate King Tower, so he just goes for Rocket here instead, just plays a little bit safe. I think I was talking to OP Sam, I think after he got eliminated, and he told me that he was either going to use E-Golem or Golem. So I assume Golem Vines or Golem Lightning, and I feel like if Sandbox had ran into Golem, I think it would have been a very different story, but I don't know, man. Golem is just very strong now. I think Sam had Golem. I think he had the Golem Vines Lightning deck, but again, Sandbox did have the guards here, so like maybe that would have made a little bit of a difference, but I I think still really a difficult matchup for Miner if Sam had used E-Golem, or had, no, excuse me, not E-Golem, but Golem. But at this point, right, it's just really hard for Sam to break through. I mean, maybe if he was using like the other Golem deck or Golem deck with, you know, like Void, Archers, or like Executioner, Skeleton, I feel like that would win a lot better. Maybe a better chance for Sandbox to, or for Sam to try to win. But again, there's a reason why all these players are in CRL, right? You guys see, like, you know, I would be freaking out right now probably. But you know, if Sandbox and Sam both staying really composed, I met both of them. I pretty much met like almost every CRL player except for like Mugi and Igor, but they're all super nice, man. You know, like I said, it was a great and lovely experience. But getting back to the game here, I mean, I think at this point, Sandbox does go to the full 5 minutes, which is kind of funny. Like almost every minor rock game 1 to 5 minutes, but she does opt to go for Rocket here instead. I think at this point he knows the game is over. I think Rocket does 371. So to do with the Evil Tesla, he doesn't really need to like do anything. Doesn't need a Rocket because the Dark Prince does insane amount of DPS here. So he does go for the delivery here. Goes to the Evil Ice Spirit here as well. I think it does chain, and yeah, Evil E-Drag does chain here, but Sandbox can just go for Rocket. I think at this point I was kind of panicking, so I was like, oh man, he needs to like Rocket. But thankfully the Tesla actually locked on the E-Drag. And yeah, unfortunately, just Sam, nothing really Sam could do there. Maybe if the Tesla didn't lock on the E-Drag, there could have been a chance for Sam to maybe make a comeback and draw it up, but Rocket 371. Log does not do enough here. I think Log does like 38 or 48. Doesn't take, right? Yeah, it does 41 damage. So yeah, Sandbox does go for the Miner, and I think he was pretty happy when he won. Nope, still staying calm under the pressure. But yeah, man, I don't know. I can't. Oh, I'll just go in the middle now. Maybe enlarge it or leave like this. I don't really know. I don't really know how to feel. Like I said, it's a once in a life opportunity to where you get to. Okay, look. First, I'm very thankful to go to Worlds because like this was probably my last video, like talking about my experience at Worlds. So like I'll probably yap for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's just great, right? I know a lot of this video was like glazing and stuff, but it's just cool, man. It's just cool, right? Because what I was not accomplish, right? Because it's not really, but like just to see a deck that I grind. Because if you had told me 4 years ago when I picked up this deck in like 2021, and like you would tell me that, oh Nate, your deck is gonna be used at the 2025 World Finals in the last set, and people are gonna recognize you for it, or if you told me that I would have fans who would approach me at Worlds and say like, "Are you Baby Nate? Can I get a picture?" Or you would, you know, if you told me that I would meet, you know, I'd meet other creators who would know me and like, you know, say what's up. I would, if you literally told me the best player in this game would use your deck that you play the most, I would not have believed you. And it's just this thing that, all right, like this is just the beginning, right? Or I hope it's the beginning, like not the end. Like I'm just starting to like, get back into it and hopefully I can stay consistent and stuff. But you know, guys, just let me glaze because I don't know if I'm ever gonna get an opportunity like this ever again to experience like this kind of like exhilaration, right? Just because it just makes me so happy, and just let me glaze, man. Just let me glaze, dude. Let me glaze in peace. But yeah, shout out to Sandbox for running the deck. Shout out to Ian for running the deck. Shout out to Mo and like their coaches too, because Alan and Ismail, like I literally begged them to run Minor Rocket. I always told them like, you know, don't take my bias into running Minor Rocket. Just play it if you want and like if it's open. And the fact that they both ran it, and like I said, the Ian pointing the finger, like I think on his channel he uploaded, like, he literally said he pointed to me, so that's amazing to hear. So like, you guys know I'm not lying or anything, you know, right? But it's just great, man. Like I can't believe my core memory, like the best memory we're gonna have is Ian77 pointing at me. But yeah, and everyone I met at Worlds was like great. It was great seeing them. It was great talking to them, and you know, maybe I'll be a player next year. Psych! I suck at competitive. That's not happening. But maybe I can go as a creator. But yeah, I'm definitely going into the Worlds from now on every year. And yeah, we'll see what happens with this channel. Anyways, I'm gonna do my outro. It's been Nate. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Is this a heart? I don't know. I forgot, dude. Yeah, make sure. Yeah. I need to work on my outros and intros, man. I suck at them. But yeah, it's been Nate's. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the last glazing video for CRL anyway, so let me enjoy it. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to looking at ladder and get back to stream. Hopefully, maybe cut my hair or something. I don't know. Maybe go on Hinge and like talk to some girls. I don't know. Anyways, it's been Nate's, and peace out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. The glaze was for real, dude. Like.